are y'all doing today? So today I am making what is called Chayote chocolate chip cake. You can make them as muffins if you want. And if you're not familiar with chayote, it looks like this. It's a type of squash. You use it just like you would a green apple. So if you don't want to use chayotes, use green apple. You peel it, quarter it, take the core out, dice it up. And I have this diced up. This is what I would call a keto dessert, or a breakfast muffin, but you don't have to be keto to enjoy this. It is really good. Before I went keto, I would use the green apples, and it's so good. It's got nuts in it, the walnuts, and with the apple. It was so good. So I had to modify it keto so that I can still enjoy it. So what we have going on right now is we're going to use 3/4 cups of oil. This is an olive oil. You can use, whatever oil that you have. I have 2 eggs that are room temperature. And I have 1 cup of Monkfruit, Lakanto, and Swerve combined. I like the combination. You could use regular sugar if you wanted to. And I'm just going to give this a little mix. Just to incorporate the sugar and the eggs before I put the vanilla in. There we go. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You can use imitation if you want to. I just like using the actual extract. Alright, give it another mix. All incorporated. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my dry ingredients. This is a blend of 3/4 cups of almond flour and 1/4 cup of coconut flour. And I used Blue Diamond almond flour, and I used just an organic type of coconut flour. But you use what you have, and if you wanted to, you could use, 2 cups of regular white flour, or whatever blend you want to make. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm just going in with a pinch of salt. This is sea salt. I'm going to mix this up. It smells really good. And that chayote is a squash, and it sounds funny to use in a cake, but once it's cooked up, you're gonna feel like you're eating apple, and it's so good for you. That's why I enjoy eating this. I had a few clumps of almond flour in here. I mean, you feel like you're eating something bad, but you're really not. Okay, next. This is 3 cups of chayote. It's been peeled, cored, diced, washed. Now what I did to make these more tender, because they're not quite as tender as an apple, I put them on a plate after I rinsed them off, spread them out, and I just microwaved it for 5 minutes so they can just get a little bit tender, and it'll cook better. And it goes. I'll give these a mix. And this cake is going to be so delicious. It smells so good. This is what our batter looks like. Okay, now we're going to fold in our chocolate chips. I have a 1/2 cup here. You can put what you want. And I'm using Lily's baking chips. You can use whatever chips you want. And here I have about a 1/2 cup of walnuts. And this is also optional. And And then I'm going to mix that all in. Like I said, you could use, put these in cupcakes, but I'm going to cook it as a cake in a little square pan that I have parchment paper on. And then I'm going to bake it at 350 for 1 hour. And then do the old, you know, toothpick test to see if it comes out clean. The holidays are here. It's Christmas time, and this is just one of the desserts that my gram used to make. And oops, sorry about that. Everyone loved Gram's chocolate chip apple muffins or apple cake, but being that I'm keto, I'm switching it up a little bit, making it a little bit healthier. But I'm telling you, either way you go, you won't be disappointed because it is so good. So I'm just going to dump this in here like so. Get all that batter in there. I'm going to scrape the bowl. It smells so good. It smells like almost like a sweet cinnamon cookie, honestly. Alright, so let's spread it out. And you do see the chunks of chayote in there, and that's okay. They're going to be really soft and tender. It's going to be really good. So here's the cake. So I'm going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes, and then I will show you what it looks like. So thanks for Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hey guys, so the chayote chocolate cake is finished. It has a nice golden brown color to it. Now right here, it did crack a little bit when I was taking it out of the pan, but that happens, you know, when it's a hot cake. So I'm going to cut that corner so we can try it, or I can try it. But it smells so good, and I can tell that it's a really moist cake. And this could be, I mean, actually I could eat this as a meal, you know, breakfast with a glass of almond milk or a hot cup of coffee, or even lunch. But man, this smells really good. And honestly, I have not had the apple chocolate chip muffins that my grandma used to make in years, absolutely years. But this, even with the conversion to almond flour and the coconut blend, it really does smell the same. So you can see the chunks of apple in it. It's still kind of steaming a little bit. So I'm going to try it and see how I did. I'm just going to blow on it just for a minute here. Don't want to blow in your face. That is really good. Super moist. I mean, super, super moist. The chayote is nice and tender. It's really good. So if you're keto, this would be a nice treat for you. If you're traditional, just make it with the white sugar, white flour, and apples, and then it's something I think that whatever your type of eating style is that you'll enjoy. So thanks for watching today. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye.